When I was first starting out in business, I often got the advice, don't take things personally. And that is the second agreement from Don Miguel Ruiz's book, The Four Agreements. Don't take things personally. When I was early in my career and I got that advice, I said, well, that's obvious. Of course I wouldn't take things personally. In retrospect now, with 25 plus years of experience in my corporate world and in life, I see how I did take things personally. Something that Don Miguel Ruiz says, which I really love, is that when somebody says something to you, it's not about you. It's about the person who's saying it. If they didn't have a sensitivity to something, if they weren't attuned to it, they would never have observed it and they would never be saying it in the first place. You may have heard the phrase, if you spot it, you've got it. Meaning if you can see something in another person, then you've got that same thing in yourself. So when somebody says something to you, especially something that's not complimentary, it's more about them than it is about you. And even on the flip side, if they say something that is complimentary, again, it's about them more than it is about you. So not taking something personally is about owning internally your own sense of well-being, your own sense of value. And this connects strongly to that first rule, the first agreement, which is to be impeccable with your word. If you remember that sentence, I am blank. And if you complete that sentence with positive things, I am getting better every day. I am learning and growing. I am successful. I am smart. Whatever that phrase, the completion of that sentence is for you. The more you believe those, the more you are creating that environment for yourself, internally and externally. And therefore, when somebody says something to you, you recognize it's about them, it's not about you. It only stings when it feels like there's an element of truth in it, when it hits a wound inside of yourself. But don't take that on. And that is exactly the power that Don Miguel Ruiz talks about in our words. The way we speak to ourselves, the way we speak to others, the way others speak to us. All of those things, when we take them on, they can be like little bits of poison. And we drink little bits of poison day in and day out. And of course, we don't feel good. So being impeccable with your word is about how you speak to yourself and others. Not taking it personally is about how you hear other people speaking to you. Cultivate, instead of poison, cultivate little bits of fertilizer that grow the best in you. Because you inherently have that already. So just pay attention when somebody says something to you. Remember, this is about them, not about you, and you have a choice about what you do with that.